Let's see. I need to hit post all. And then on Discord, I need to bing. On Discord, I need to bing. Phantasma Shuffle, bing. And then the tier 1 Discord, bing. All right. We are officially live. What up, Keith? All right. For everyone who's a VOD watcher, first of all, thank you so much for coming. I will try my best to put when the games start in the timestamp for you all. We're waiting for round 1 right now. We are just about to get started. The tournament starts at 6:30. Yo, what's up, Space Dragon? Which is about right now. So I think they're finalizing a couple entries, making sure everybody who is trying to get in is in. Yo, good morning, Renee. How you doing? Chat, for anyone who does not know, and if you're watching the VOD as well, we are hosting right here at Tier 1 Las Vegas an Unbanned tournament. We have unbanned every single card for this tournament. Sakazuki is legal. Red Purple Law is legal. Boat, Moby Dick is legal. Impact, Kabaji, the whole shebang is legal for this tournament. And we are hosting a tournament here, getting some good games in. I think there's about 15 people playing in this tournament here in Las Vegas. There's some Sakazuki. There's some Red Purple Law. There's 1 or 2 people that are just going to be rocking Blue Purple Luffy. Yo, what's up, Marry Me? What's up, Carlos? Carlos, where's your brother playing Kabaji? They did it when you... No. Where's your brother? Get your brother in here to play Nami. I don't think we have any Nami players today, chat. I don't think we have any Nami players, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Can't make it too good. But I hope everybody's having a good day. Thank you so much for coming in. Zarek, Wook, Frankie, thank you all so much for following in the last couple hours. Yo, what up, Jedi? I expect Red Purple Law to win. Couple of stuff in the current sets that are crazy for him. All I'm going to say is outside of Japan, we have never seen a Black Maria Red Purple Law deck. And I think we're going to be seeing it today, chat. I thought about playing in this tournament, but I thought it would be cooler to stream it. I forfeited my playing to stream it and show you guys this tournament. I'm ready to see some BS unfold too, Jedi. You think Red Purple Law is the best deck? Malik, what's good? I was, chat, I will say. I was doing some... I was watching some... or I was playing Blue Purple Luffy into Sakazuki yesterday, helping one of my friends test. And I steamrolled as Blue Purple Luffy. Because sure, like, Sakazuki can remove, but when you, like, Sanji Linlin 2 times in a game, it was kind of like, once that happened, like, the game was over. Like, you just won, basically. I don't know. Over-under on the amount of Moria seen. I know there's some Sakazukis in here. I know there's one Rob Lucci. The Rob Lucci that we see all the time at locals, Daniel, he's playing Rob Lucci today with Great Eruption, Ice Age, Ennis Lobby, Gecko. He's back in his full form. We've got Blinks over here borrowing my cards. I don't know which deck he's playing. Oh, he's playing BY. Okay, so we have another Gecko in the room. We got a BY Luffy. I don't know. Like, I think there's a world where Sakazuki can beat Blue Purple Luffy, but I think just like every other deck with Blue Purple Luffy is just like once Blue Purple Luffy gets like 2 Sanji Linlin combos, it's over. Sanji putting Black Maria. First round's been paired, chat. All right, chat. It's about to start. Get Blinks on stream. He might. He's got to win, though. I don't think he's at table 1 first round. Oh, you were talking about purple, yellow, rosy. I'm sorry, Malik. I don't really have a good purple, yellow, rosy list because the deck is not great in my opinion. I haven't really seen like anything on the deck. I haven't really seen anything on the deck. Oh, Carlos, you were both groomsmen? Okay, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. Drive safe, though. Also, Velocity, I don't know if I said hello to you. Hello, I hope you're doing well. Chat, I got my Unbanned Kabaji hoodie for this tournament. It's all promo laws. It could be, oh, yeah. Purple. I think there's just not enough good purple, yellow, rosies that like give you a diverse enough game plan to be able to utilize. Yeah, 8 laws that are promo cards, which is crazy because we don't even have half of them. Let me go check to make sure the camera's working. We've got a quick repair, chat. There's 3 more people, I believe, that are being entered into the event last second. Yeah, I think like if Adam Cisneros was here playing Nami with Kabaji, I think it could be insane. But I think like, and for anyone who doesn't know, I have a video with Cardi Kaizoku on his channel of Nami with Kabaji. And I kind of talked about how in the video that like it is so much different, I feel like, of a game plan playing with Kabaji. And it was like, it was almost like I was playing like a complete new Nami. Yeah, no ban list. No ban list. Jominic. I hope you're having a good day, by the way. So it's like you have to really understand the game plan of Nami, and you have to it's a whole different understanding, I feel like. I can fall back on my Koby cope. I'm really curious to see what the ban list is going to be. I mean, I have a guess, but I don't know. I don't think people would run Kabaji right now. It's really weird because, like, Kabaji is a 2-card combo, right? Kabaji and Moji, which is 3 Dawn. So it's basically like it's a more expensive Kaya, but you can't argue that the Kabaji itself, especially when you can bounce it back with Overheat, when you can bounce it back with Brick Fists, right, is like a crazy combo. Just like more outs to draw too. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know if it's best to do that way because I really like the iterations right now. All right, chat. Let's see who's at the tables. Do we have blinks? Oh, it looks like we might have a Marshall D. Teach over here. Oh, it looks like Limes is here. Limes here on the left. He's playing Teach. He's playing Teach with Ice Age, and I think he said he has Great Eruption. Koby. Oh, is this Jamba? Freaking Jamba's playing. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe Jamba's here playing this right now. All right, Chad, let's see if this Koby in the Unbanned tournament has something like 8-cost Gecko Moria, Ice Age, Great Eruption could be a good card, right, in Koby? I have no idea what to expect with this Koby. I know that this player on the right, Koby, Janba, he has been playing a lot of Koby as of late. He has been playing Koby since OP11 first released. Sensei Jamba, yo, what up, Rasta? What's going on, Eram? I am here for this. I'm here for this too. Shockingly. So, yeah, there's two possibilities, chat. Either Jamba has cooked up some crazy Koby list, or he walked in here not knowing that it was an unbanned tournament. There's two possibilities to this. There's two possibilities. That's funny. All right. BB, I know, like, I think he's running Ice Age and Great Eruption. He's either running Great Eruption or Tempest Kick. I can't remember, but I know for sure he's running Ice Age. Oh, gosh, this might be a standard Koby list. This might just be a standard Koby list, chat. Yo, nice. Good grind, Malik. Oh, you should have come, Rasta. I'll try to ask him for his Koby list. Because if anything, it's a good list for OP11. I think he, in the Las Vegas Regional, I think he went X and 4 and missed his winning in for top 64. I think at Vegas he just missed top 64. And he's pretty knowledgeable in the deck too. But it's going to be interesting against Koby, right? Or I mean against Blackbeard. I need to pull up Eggman's cards. Because I'll be honest, chat, I have not super memorized the Koby cards. All right, it looks like Blackbeard going first with that full lead. Yo, what up, Kaiju? How are you? Is going to pop down that Shiryu for the full lead effect. Does look at that top 3. Gets a 5-drop Kuzan. Could be really nice. Shiryu, I feel like a card that since the starter decks have released and OP11 has moved out of a lot of deck lists. So interesting to see it back in for this tournament. So, Alonzo, it is Limes on the left and Jamba on the right. And so for 2 Don, he's going to play that 1-drop and Arumaki. I do know that that 1-drop has a condition that allows you to get blocker. Right, Ripper, if there's a Navy black type character other than Ripper, it gains blocker. So 1-drop blocker alongside the Arumaki. Looks like did not use Arumaki's activate main effect. No need to right now. And after trashing that Kuzan blocker on the full lead, grabbing the Doc Q. The Doc Q is going to be nice, right, to get rid of this Ripper on 3 if they want to. Yo, what up, Slendermancer? So I would imagine Doc Q coming in, taking the blocker, and then maybe swinging 6 or something at face if you don't have a My Era Begins or anything like that, or a search. But decides to swing 6 first. Is going to go ahead, take that life. Maybe thinking about KOing the Arumaki, right? The Arumaki gives the ability to one of your Navy-type characters to attack active characters on the turn. So might be something to get rid of right as he's thinking with this Doc Q, because he could maybe like Doc Q again later, right? Get rid of this Ripper. This Ripper is not difficult to get rid of. We see Black Hole in there, and then the Kuzan 4-drop coming in. The Kuzan 4-drop is going to go ahead, mill some cards, and then has that when attacking effect. So we could see the Black Hole come in on this turn on 5. Would get rid of this 4-drop Kuzan, right? You don't want that when attacking effect on the Kuzan. So pitches the 10-drop Blackbeard to start, ends up grabbing a Burgess, right? A great card as you're building up the trash. Is going to be a 6,000 power body on the field. But if you go ahead and Black Hole that Kuzan right there, that Ripper does not become a blocker anymore. So you'd be able to get a free swing in life. But just decides to swing 5. We see him looking over at that 5-drop Kuzan. Is going to put the Koby to 2. So there's that 5-drop Kuzan. He is going to pop the effect, draw a card off of that, and go ahead and put that Shiryu on the field. The Shiryu is going to go ahead with that activate main and KO the Ripper, pretty sure. And Koby going to be using its leader effect, put 3 cards back and keep that Ripper alive on the field. Definitely an interesting play, and now utilizing the negating on-play effects, getting rid of that Shiryu. The Koby not going to have on-play effects anymore, but is going to be able to use that Kuzan when attacking, allowing one of your Navy character or leaders to swing into active characters. So it might be a good way to try to clear this Shiryu, right? That's right, 5th string. Yeah, I didn't think about that until just now, but yeah, like Black Hole, actually not a good play. So good job seeing that by Limes. But Shiryu, 7,000 power character, is not going to be easy to KO if you're trying to swing into it as an active, right? Because you've got to commit Dawn to that. And a couple cards in hand. Looks like it is confirmation that this Blackbeard is running Great Eruption as well as Ice Age. Hey, no worries, Ruben. He knows. Yeah. I hope you feel better, man. Why does that one drop kind of look like Jamba? The Ripper, man. Call Jamba the Ripper. What up, Serge? How you doing? So sitting at 6 Dawn, I believe. Is going to go ahead, play that Helmeppo. The Helmeppo is going to be nice to be able to put a body onto the field if he wants, but opts not to do that and allows the Helmeppo to attack active characters. Is going to go in with a Helmeppo swing at that 7,000 power Shiryu, going to force a card out of hand. So we see him looking over for a 2K. So he is going to give that 2K right there. It is 7,000 on 7,000 violence. So a 2K is something you kind of like to see, I think, right now if you're the Koby, right? Oh, actually, you don't get the on-play effect of the Helmeppo. My apologies. So probably wouldn't want to play an Aramaki anyways out on the field. Yeah, the Koby leader effect is actually quite interesting in this event, right? Being able to protect characters from leaving the field of play from like Sakazuki, Red Purple Law. Actually quite an interesting pick. I don't know if he knew this was an unbanned tournament, but might bode well for him in this. So using full lead first, the Blackbeard player, just looking through the trash to see what he's got in there at this point, seeing what is the best card he can do it. Yeah, Dominic. No on plays. Is going to pitch the Burgess. So Burgess, a nice pitch, especially when you have like a 5-drop Kuzan or something like that to be able to utilize. Finds another Burgess. I think putting below a My Era Begins. So is going to go ahead, swing 5 with Shiryu at the Kuzan. We'll see if he decides to counter out of this. Looks like has a 2-cost Rosie in there to be able to counter out with if he wants. Little chum blocker. Maybe wants to give up the doll. The doll, another nice blocker. Is going to counter out with that, and Blackbeard's going to come in using that activate main leader effect to KO a 3-cost or less. Is thinking about if he actually wants to use that activate main because of the Koby leader effect, right? And so is going to go ahead and do just that, get rid of the Ripper blocker, and now a free 5K swing at this Kuzan. Is thinking about to give up a Kujaku, I think her name is. I can't remember what her name is. I'm not that far in the anime. Yeah, Kujaku. And ends up doing that. So Blackbeard now needs to use on-play effects, right? Getting rid of the black hole for the leader effect. Like seeing that if you're the Koby. Both characters stay alive on the field. And now we're going in. I think I saw a secret rare Koby in the hand. right? The secret rare Koby does have an on-play effect, but since both characters are rested, the on-play effect doesn't really matter, right? Because that on-play effect of the 8-drop Koby gives the ability to attack active characters on the field. So with no active characters on the field, you can go ahead and play that Koby for free, basically. Especially because your Koby leader says that that Koby can swing at something like the Blackbeard, the Shiryu, but 2 7,000 power bodies on the field. Helmeppo gonna go ahead and swing first at this Shiryu, 7,000 on 7,000 power. Thinking about if he wants to give up anything right now, is thinking about maybe a 2K Caribou or the 1,000 power Burgess. So is gonna utilize the Burgess on the counter. This is really cool. I didn't think about how cool Koby would be in this tournament. Oh, well, if you watch the VOD and hear this back, Arom, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully your work is fine. So I think probably playing the 8-cost Koby is really nice right here, right? You get a lot of pressure, you get another swing at these bodies, and the 8-cost Koby is coming down. The 8-cost Koby here does have the ability to give an extra 1,000 power to a leader or character. So is going to go ahead and swing, clear that Shiryu, another body off the field. It's just going to go ahead, swing 5, right? Start doing these 5 pokes because you're not going to get rid of the Blackbeard. I would have maybe liked the swing at the Blackbeard potentially. Or let's see, how big is the Blackbeard? The Marshall D teach. Oh, the Marshall D teaches 8,000 power. So no, the Shiryu's probably fine to go ahead and swing at. Only 4 cards in hand though for the Koby after taking the first 2 life. Blackbeard, I think, is honestly in a really interesting position. And just passes off the turn, does not swing with the Kuzan. Interestingly enough. Blackbeard now at 9 done. We see a great eruption in that hand. We see a Van Augur, right? Plenty of minusing that can go on in this turn. Blackbeard, that 7-drop, having that activate main to KO 3 cost, but you need a double KO to remove these bodies on the field. So not swinging with the Kuzan means that you might be able to keep it in the next turn. Right, especially because they can't get a swing at it with leader. And then if they want to swing at these Helmeppo or Koby bodies, you're going to have to give up Dawn or... Actually, yeah, give up the Dawn, really. That's pretty much it, no matter what scenario. But a My Era Begins is going to start the turn. Is thinking about what they want to grab. Definitely a difficult situation, I think, for the Blackbeard. Or, I'm sorry, pitches the My Era Begins off of the full lead stage. I honestly feel like kind of the play is to, like, just to play Burgess at this point. You play Burgess and, like, try to churn your deck and just clear these bodies. Yeah, marry me. The Kuzan being on board and being able to allow these different bodies to attack active characters is so important right now, especially against a Blackbeard, especially when the Burgesses will come down, right? Because you can't remove the Burgess by effects like KO, so it's tough. The 7K swing going in at the Helmeppo is going to counter out and keep it alive. Is going to swing at the Koby, and the Koby is going to take a knockout, and 2 Caribou blockers coming in. Did he not use the leader effect? Okay. So meant to use the leader effect first before playing the... no, actually it doesn't matter. Because your on-play effects are always negated. I almost forgot. But 2 blockers on the field, especially chum blockers, are very nice at this point. We see a Cruz, I think his name is, the little 1-drop. Prince Gruss and a Habari in hand. Does have a full 10 Dawn to work with. It looks like it is going to be a Prince Gruss. So the Prince Gruss being able to attack all of your opponent's characters with 2,000 power or less cannot activate blocker during this turn. So those Caribous not allowed to block at this point if he tries to go at lead or tries to go at this Blackbeard that's rested. Yo, what up, Willy Wonk? And so now a 10,000 power swing at Blackbeard. The Blackbeard is going to allow this KO on the KO, allow him to pick up and put a black card in the hand of his choice. Might be thinking about that 10-drop Blackbeard, right, to negate the attack of a future character. So he's going to put that in hand, likely playing that in the next turn. Yo, what up, Ken? I don't think the game would be... I think the game would be interesting at first, but I think it would get stale pretty quickly. I'd be really curious if they unbanned everything. Whoa! Thank you so much, Aram, for gifting that sub to Willy Wonk. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully work is going well. I know you can't really hear me. Appreciate the support. But now going in with a 7,000 power swing at lead is going to take that. An 8,000 power swing now going in. And Ice Age gets in. Thinking about using the Ice Age on the Prince Gruss. And so is going to do exactly that. Koby going to use his leader effect to put 3 cards back into the bottom of the deck to keep the Gruss alive and force the Blackbeard to swing at it potentially. And now a Ripper coming down with the final Dawn of the turn is going to become blockers. So going to be really interesting at this point, right? Because the 10-drop Blackbeard, we know that 10-drop Blackbeard is in hand, but the 10-drop Blackbeard needs to get rid of the Gruss, right? And so is it worth using the 10-drop to negate the Gruss from swinging and utilizing its negate blockers effect? Or is it better to negate the effect of the Ripper, the 1-drop blocker, and then swing into the Gruss? So really interesting thing that's going on right now. So is going to do the 10-drop, is looking like it's going to negate the the Helmeppo at this point. So the Helmeppo, 7,000 power swing, not going to be active in this turn. I think this is really interesting because the Koby just swings with the... Oh, Caribou can attack. So Caribou going at the Gruss, they're both 2,000 power. Does he have counter in hand? If he's got 2 1Ks in hand, he can keep this Gruss alive because the Ripper will go ahead and block the leader swing at it. So I think if he's got 2 1Ks, he just goes in. Because especially with 4 cards in hand, you could see something like the Gruss swing and then splitting the Dawn 5 and 5, swing 10-10 at the Blackbeard, potentially. Oh, he's going to let the Gruss die, and now a 5K swing at the Kuzan. Well, no, Gruss matters if... Or I guess, yeah, Gruss doesn't matter if the second Caribou swings, so you're right. But ends up letting the Gruss go. Interesting. Keeps the Kuzan alive. I feel like I would have changed that up a little bit. I don't know if that... We see another Ripper in the hand. So might be nice. Only has a couple swings. Yeah, he only needs 1K. Yeah. But the Blackbeard going at the... I think I would have... Yeah. I think I would have countered the Gruss and then blocked the Teach at Kuzan or whatever. Because you keep both of those alive and you negate the Caribou. Oh, also Shiro. I don't know if I said hello to you. Shirohige. Hope you're doing well, friend. Thanks for coming in. We got a real interesting matchup right now. So it looks like not a lot of counter in the hand. Looks like only about like 3K worth of counter. So if you kept the Prince Gruss alive, you could have won right here. I think he's got, I think his hand is like Ripper and Kujaku. I think it was. Or it might have been the Hibari. Which, honestly, like, if you have another Ripper in hand, like, I don't think you're afraid of losing, right? The Hibari coming in is going to go ahead, swing at the Caribou, just get it off the field, right? Not going to allow it to restand. And allows the Navy leader to attack active characters, so gets rid of the other Caribou. And I think at this point, you're just like... I think at this point, you're just like chilling, especially if this other card is Ripper. Yeah, you're just like... You're just like playing down the Ripper. Maybe swing with Kuzan just to apply pressure. 7 is just going to block. What's the 2 Dawn up for? But I guess that doesn't change, right? Because 9 and 10, the Blackbeard is what, 12,000? Is going to start off with pitching the My Era Begins on the full lead. Might go ahead and play a 10-drop Teach. Yeah, Supa. This is a cool one. This is a cool matchup. They should ban Koby, actually. Koby unchanged to a no-ban tourney? I know. The thing is, I don't know if Jamba knew that this was an unbanned tournament. That's the thing. I think this Koby... I don't know if this Koby player knew that this was an unbanned tournament. Okay, so is going to grab the Black Hole. So there's 2 scenarios right here. Either Black Hole gets played or a 10-drop. And I think because the Hibari is also on the field, I don't really think you care about either. Right? 5 with 1 Ripper. Do you swing with the 1 Ripper? So blocks with the Ripper. The 10-drop is coming down. Is going to negate the Helmeppo again. I would honestly think about negating the Hibari. And then uses the... I think there's 3 cards in hand. Yeah, 3 cards in hand total after that Black Hole. What is this 1 card? What is this 1 card? I don't think anything in the Koby deck has Rush. So you have to think about the math at this point. Because... So the Hibari's swinging 6? Wait, no, why are you swinging 6 only? Or is it 7, actually? Does the Hibari get 7? This character gains 1,000 power during the turn? Okay, so the Hibari's swinging 7. But, yeah, it's just... They just need to get out of 1 swing. So why not commit more Dawn? You know? I don't know if 8 would have gotten there. Two dragons for the rush. Oh, maybe he has dragon in here. I don't know if he has dragon in here. I don't think so. But yeah, now you have to swing with Ripper, right? So another 7. That's a block. That's another 7. 7, 7, 7. It's gonna swing with the Ripper. The Ripper wins. Jamba's aura farming. So I guess, yeah, it is fine to swing the Hibari for 7 because you can just swing with the Ripper. I'm going to quote tweet this. I'm going to quote tweet this on my page. Quote, I just watched an unchanged OP11 Koby deck beat Blackbeard with Great Eruption and Ice Age. Great things are happening here. That's crazy, chat. That was not on my bingo card. That was crazy. Chad, how cool was that? How cool was that? Ripper for the win. Birthday boy. Is it his birthday, Biva? Also, I hope you're having a good day. Holy smokes, Chad. That was funny. That was funny. For everyone just coming in, we are running a tournament here at our local store. Yo, what's up, Anthony? What's up, Swifter? We are running a tournament here at our local store where every card is unbanned. We've got about like 15 to 20 people here playing in this tournament today, where every card is unbanned. Sakazuki is legal. Red Purple Law is legal. Moby Dick Boat is legal. Kabaji is legal. And we just watched an unchanged OP11 Koby deck beat a Blackbeard with Great Eruption and Ice Age. Incredible things are happening here, chat. That was so funny. Chat, what are the odds that Koby wins this entire tournament? Kaori, welcome on in. We just watched a Koby beat a Blackbeard. So right now, Koby is the best deck in the unbanned format. Yo, what up, Raber? How are you? I'd be back on Enel for sure for Rygo Kingdom Come. The person that I know that really, really loves playing Enel, he is not here today. So I don't know if we have an Enel in the room. I know, Axios. It was awesome to watch. Regular Teach is better in the Koby than this with Ice Age and Great Eruption. Because I think the Blackbeard that's right here, he's basic. Sorry, chat, for burping in the mic. He's basically playing his version of Blackbeard that got top 32 at the Vegas Regional. That has like a removal focus to it. Jumbo's aura farming. That was crazy. And I think he's just modified it to focus and keep on that removal, which is funny, which is really cool, actually. New Enel boss and right. Yeah, I think that Enel would be cool, but I just don't think any of these players are interested in playing Enel. Because I think like if you play Enel, you have to enjoy Enel. And if you weren't enjoying it before, I don't know if you would like play it for this event. Yeah, like I would have said, there's a lot of removal decks in the room right now. There's a lot of Red Purple Law. There's a lot of Sakazuki. There's a couple Red Purple Luffys. There's a Rob Lucci in here, you know? Yeah, they all get countered in a sense to Koby's leader effect. Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword because like that's less counter that you have. But in theory, like Great Eruption kind of helps that because it's like it's a free -2, right? It's a card that replaces itself in the hand and minuses to the board, which is wild. Oh, is round 2 up? Round 2 might be up. I didn't hear round 2. Richie, why are you not here? Richie, we just saw Jumbo win with Koby. I think there's one BY Luffy here. I think there's one, Blinks. I think Blinks is playing BY Luffy today. So Eric over here, I think Eric is playing Teach as well. I'm going to just build Koby. It's a cool deck. It's a fun one. A Nell Beige triggered. That's like the worst way to lose. I hate Beige. I wish they would ban that card. I can't wait until that card rotates. Boo, Richie. Just kidding. I hope everything's well. If I was in this event, Chad, I would just play blue purple Luffy, because I just want to see how that deck goes against everybody else. Oh, is this Lucci? Is this Teach versus Lucci? I think that's Daniel. Yeah, I think that's... Actually, is that Daniel? No, it's Keith. Oh, Chad, Red Purple Law. Let's see how Red Purple Law does without your on-play effects. I was going to play Dofi with Jinbei. No, that's bad. No. I don't think Doflamingo stands a chance against half of these decks. I think Doflamingo is the least broken deck that we've had in the game in terms of decks that end up getting hit by the ban list. I think Oh, there's also a couple Edward Newgates in the room, chat. You pulled the Altart in your first starter deck? Yo. I want the Altart Koby leader. I still need that. I need ACOS Kid to be a manga and not be banned. I don't think ACOS Kid's going to get banned. I think ACOS Kid is safe. I don't think it's... Even though it's been around for a while and it's annoying, I don't think it's ban-worthy. I think it's just like the meta needs to change around it. I don't know, Axios. Like, in this format, I watched some boat games, some people testing, like, Whitebeard Boat. I don't know if Whitebeard Boat is as strong as it used to be. I think it has honestly been power crept. I was watching some games against a couple decks. I think it was, like, power crept. Yeah, ACOS is leaving in April, so I don't think they need to ban it. In prison, you watched a unchanged OP11 Koby beat a Blackbeard with Ice Age and Great Eruption. Ooh, blue yellow Nami with Jinbei could be cool. Honesty Impact. Good card. ACOS Kids in the same boat as Tenmon. Yeah, I wish they would ban all of them, but they won't. They don't need to. I want ACOS Kid to not rotate so it stays in my bonding list. I get that, but you still have like 8 months to play with it, you know. There are a couple Sakazukis in the room, Don Daddy. Don Dad AJ. Yeah, the mirror was really cool. I loved watching the mirror. Yo, what up, Mango? Law about to go crazy here. I'm really curious about this matchup because Law's not going to get its on play effects. And I would imagine that I don't know how this matchup will go, to be honest. Like, no on play effects. So, like, you have to find Black Maria, right? Yeah, like, I think 8-Cost Kid is, like, really niche right now because of the Mihawk. You only have, like, a couple decks that are really playing because I think it's, like, phased out mostly out of Bonnie. Not all of them, but I think a lot of them. Yeah, like, if you want to check out how good Red Purple Law was in OP08 in Japan, just look at my channel. Type in OP08 in the search bar. OP08 Atrocious Jake, Red Purple Law. And it's crazy. So Blackbeard ended up going first. Is going to use the full lead to pitch a full lead, right? A perfect pitch on turn 1. He's going to grab something off of this. Looks like could grab a Burgess or a 6-drop Kuzan. Ends up with the Burgess. Then passes off the turn. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly Blackbeard can fill up the trash, right? Because the more power that Burgess has, that means that the Burgess will be harder to remove off the field for the red-purple law. So the Burgess getting pitched on the full lead, finds a Caribou in there, but the 6-drop Kuzan is the one of choice. The law just checking the reading on the Kuzan and goes ahead and swings 6. So with 2 Dawn, what do you plan on playing at 2 Dawn? Ends up taking that first life, and a Doc Q comes in. So maybe trying to like bait him after using this leader effect of trying to get the Kuzan, or I'm sorry, the red purple law to use their leader effect, right? Especially with no on plays, you have a limited number of options to be able to get that Dawn back, right? Pretty much your only option without on plays is Black Maria. You think this game ends before 10 Dawn? That's interesting. I don't know. Like, I've never thought of this matchup, so I have no idea how it goes. So at 4 Dawn, what should you do? The Doc Q is very obviously like a threat to your game plan, right? Because as you play down characters, the Doc Q going to be able to pop them. You probably want to use your leader effect just to be able to play down bodies, right? Kind of swarm the field. And a My Era Begins comes in 2 2K Strongers and a 10-drop goes for that 2K Stronger, 6 cards in the trash. And a 3-drop Pudding comes down. So the leader effect on the Doc Q is going to be able to play down a Kid Killer. And with the Pudding is going to at least bring a Dawn back to make sure that he's at 4 Dawn on the next turn. The Kid Killer, because the Blackbeard was at 4 life, is going to swing 6. And Blackbeard takes both swings on this turn. So very interesting. Pudding very good in the deck, right? A reason why it was such a highly regarded card when Red Purple Law was legal is going to be able, with that your turn, bring Dawn back constantly. And so the 5K swing is the Reiju. We got that PRB Reiju, and the Kuzan comes in. The Kuzan is going to use its effect, draw a card, play out the Shiryu. And now with the Shiryu using the activate main to KO the Pudding, you probably want to keep that Pudding off of the field to make sure that the Red Purple Law can't keep regenerating Dawn, right? Black Maria and 3-cost Pudding going to be huge cards within this matchup if this Red Purple Law wants to not fall behind on the Dawn. The 5-drop Kuzan is coming in, maybe thinking about using the Kuzan on leader effect, but decides the 7-drop Blackbeard instead and passes off the turn. The Kid Killer sticking around. If the Blackbeard takes a life on leader, the Kid Killer going to be able to swing 7,000 power, right? Because of that when attacking 2 life or less condition, but decides to swing with the Kid Killer first, right? Doesn't want something like a black hole off of the first life to be able to get rid of it and not have that value on attacking. So Blackbeard trying to think of what the best thing is, right? There could be another rush character. Red Purple Law was notorious for having rush characters like 3-drop Zoro, the 4-drop Kid Killer in their decks. And one of the reasons why the deck was so strong because it was so aggressive. Ends up pitching the Kuzan, the 6-drop, and pitches the Stronger. Does not want to go down to 2. And so with the 4 is going to go ahead, play a toy promo Law. So the plus 2,000 on the Shiryu is going to go ahead and minus on the Law, but is not enough to be able to bottom deck the Shiryu because the Shiryu is a 7,000 power character. And so ends up using that leader effect anyways, even though you don't bottom deck anything, to get the Black Maria. And the Black Maria going to use that activate main to put the Law exactly where the Blackbeard is, basically being a free on play effect to get a character out onto the field. One of the reasons why Red Purple Law was so strong when Black Maria released in OP08, it literally broke the deck, in my opinion. I know, my lord, the toy Law is so ugly. The 5K swing goes in and counters out. The 7K swing at the Kid Killer is thinking about maybe letting it go, but just looking at the trash of the different cards that the Blackbeard has showcased. Keith, definitely one of the more knowledgeable players, right, in the scene, has a couple tops, especially at the early stages of the game. Good player. I know he's been practicing a lot for this tournament. The full lead is going to come in. and grab the Lafitte. So the Lafitte comes in, the 5-drop Kuzan gets put down onto the field, is going to use that activate main, draw a card, and play out another Shiryu. So Shiryu being a huge card within this matchup, right? Because it can get rid of the Black Marias, the Puddings, excellent 3-cost cards in Red Purple Law, something that was moved away from Blackbeard decks the last couple formats back in for this Unbanned tournament. And so now the Red Purple Law does have a lot of Dawn to work with, 7 to be exact. That's a lot of Dawn, right? But just like before, is going to be tough to be able to get rid of these Shiryus. These Shiryus, a great counter. We saw the Gordon in the hand, right? Gordon's going to be great to be able to minus power on the Shiryus that are on the field. Gordon being a minus 3,000 power. I need to like refresh myself on some of these effects, like making sure I have the right number for the law leader effect, right? And like Gordon, the amount of power that gets minused. Because especially with the Gordon, since these Shiryus are 7,000 power on your opponent's turn, the minus 3,000 power would only be 4,000 power on the Shiryu, right? Wouldn't be able to go in with the leader effect. Slendermancer, the Koby won first round. It was crazy. Highly encourage you watch the VOD. It was very cool. Very neat. I absolutely loved every second of it. So Red Purple Law was 7 down. Only like 4 cards in hand, right? So as a lot of red decks, not really a lot of draw, especially when you can't use Reiju to draw. Definitely a difficult spot, I feel like, for this Red Purple Law. Blackbeard really not going on to 2 life. The VOD will be available on both Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. The VOD will be available both ways. Don't worry about that. Yo, what up, Koby? How are you, friend? This is crazy. I know Eric has probably been practicing a ton for this tournament. What's the prizing on the line, chat, to let you all know what's at stake? Looks like maybe attaching some Dawn to the Toy Law. Going to be swinging 7,000 power. I think at lead is going to let that life get taken. Another 7,000 power. Might rest 3 for like the other pudding and then using leader effect. Get down another Kid Killer. The Kid Killer now swinging 7. Looks to be in a commanding position. Now has to guard against this 7,000 power swing, a 2K, 1K pitch from the Caribou and Doc Q with only 2 cards. I'm sorry, with only 2 cards in hand, though. Can you get rid of these bodies from the 3 swings? Yo, Limonzello. Hopefully I said that right. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you get enough sleep, though. So on the full lead, grabs another Shiryu. Is going to be able to get rid of that pudding if he wants, but is he worried about the pudding right now? Right, especially with 3 different swings on the board, leader, Kid Killer, and the Toy Promo Law. Could you get clocked out with the different swings that are on board? So a 5,000 power swing going at the Kid Killer is going to take that knockout, thinking no counter in the hand for the Red Purple Law. You got to imagine that they would have saved one of those characters if they had counter. And the 5-drop Kuzan is going to come in, is going to go ahead, use the leader effect to put the Shiryu away. And with that Kuzan effect, get the Shiryu out, draw a card, and maybe play something with the rest of the 4 Dawn. Looks like the hand is a Great Eruption, Stronger, and something else. Playing the Great Eruption, not necessarily for the cost minus, but to be able to just draw a card, find a different card in hand, and a 7,000 power going at lead is going to take that right there. And a Caribou blocker finishing the turn. Now, the Caribou blocker is more than likely going to be bottom decks, right, with the potential leader effect. But I think what is nice is that means that one of your characters, these Shuryus, these 3 Shuryus out on the field, are not going to get hit by the leader effect. I'll try to publish the top deck list, Kaiju. I'll try to publish them in our Discord server, as I usually do. And I might post them on Twitter, too. Hey, thank you so much for the kind words, Koby. I'm doing good, but thank you for asking. I hope you're doing well. This is crazy because I remember casting so many Red Purple Law games that, like, I just remember this era. And so, chat, the prizing on the line, there's a Best Collection Volume 2 binder and Wydrasil cloth mat being awarded as some prizing today. So some good stuff on the line for here. I know that product is sometimes hard to get by, right? No boxes or anything like that. But I am rocking a 7-Up. Jetsy, what's going on? How are you? And so is going to go ahead, rest 3 for that Sanji, right? Because they're down on Dawn. Sanji is going to be able to play for 3, and the leader effect gets the, what's his name? Caribou at the bottom of the deck, and maybe has to play something down. Is going to go ahead, play the Gordon, and now it looks like a 9K swing at lead. And so maybe threatening the Gordon with game next turn. Is going to go ahead, take that life. 4 swings left for this Blackbeard. Might be able to math your way out of this, potentially. The Blackbeard might win on this turn. The Shuryu has been awesome in this matchup. The Shuryu has been insane, Mango. Yo, Kitsune, what's up? Seeing Red Purple Law put me on fight or flight mode. Chat, we didn't even see in the West how good Red Purple Law was. Yo, what's up, yo boy, Rye? Yeah, love seeing the support on this Vegas tourney. Appreciate everybody coming in on stream, chat. We are watching the best of the best decks that could potentially be made. 7-drop Blackbeard coming in. So remember that Sanji is a 6 cost as soon as it hits the field. So it isn't going to be as easy to remove. I feel like the Blackbeard has to go for game. Right, with the potential rush that's coming in, but maybe with all the Dawn, I think you got to swing and pray. So as soon as this Red Purple Law can counter, 7. Gotta hope that he doesn't have any more counter in hand. Not getting any counter from the life. Does need one more swing to go through. If he takes this, one more swing needs to go through. He's just going to swing an 8 right here. And it looks like with the block and then swing, looks like I think the Red Purple Law just won. Right? Because the block and then 2K, 1K, 1K means that the Blackbeard won. Whoo! Yeah, because he had Black Maria, Toy Law, and Reiju, which gets out of an 8K swing. Because the Sanji chat is a blocker. Holy smokes, that was close. Red Purple Law ends up winning. Red Purple Law wins round 2, chat, in a close battle. The Kid Killers coming out huge in this game. So it looks like this Law has 5-drop Kid in it. Well, I think 777 was, it could have won, or like 7788. It could have won if he had, but he had exact math. He had exact math to get out of it 9,000 power on the final 8,000 power swing. Yeah, great game. Cut the game where the Koby is. The people want to see Koby. I'm going to text Tony to say, when we finish, can you ask top 4 players to let me get deck list pictures? Chat, I'll get deck list pictures of top 4. Yeah, I mean, I think Law is pretty good. Yo, what up, Fonk? How are you? Greetings from America. I hope France is great. So I think Sakazuki was fascinating to watch. I can still hear the Japanese commentators saying Becca Hinaluchi. Yo, what up, Emperor? All right, Chad, waiting for round 3. I'll type round 3 right there. I'll try to get top 4 lists for you guys after this event for anyone who's curious. But chat, for anyone who does not know.
Enjoy the show?
Yeah, that was crazy. For anyone who does not know, we are streaming a local tournament right now where every card is unbanned. Every card. Moby Dick, Impact, Raigo, 8-cost Gecko Moria, the whole shebang. Kabaji is banned. So, Senpai, the prizing on the line, I think the winner gets a decision between a Best Collections Volume 2 binder or a Yggdrasil cloth playmat. And then the second place person, I think, gets the other prize. That's what's on the line today. There's a good amount of Sakazukis and Laws in here. I think it's a majority of the room. Did you win? What? Our Black Yellow Luffy player says that this isn't fun. He's getting high rolled. Oh, yeah. Black Yellow Luffy not seeing Gecko's chat. What a shame. What a shame. I was really excited for this tournament, and that's why I didn't want to play in it, because I want to show it to you guys and see these crazy decks and these crazy combos. We're doing this because a lot of people in our area are just kind of in the OP12 waiting room. Especially with OP12, especially with the potential ban list coming in. And a lot of people are either prepping for Dallas, whether that's a last chance qualifier, or we've got several people here that have their invite to the main event already. So whether you're training for one of those two, not a lot of people around here are really wanting to play the OP11 local tournaments, because it's not really a format that they're really interested in now. So some people over here some people here are having fun because this is a break. This is something different, It's not the same, blue purple Luffy or green purple Luffy and, the same Bello Betty. It's not the same 3 decks everywhere. Yeah, I wanted to showcase this to you guys because this is really cool. I like tournaments like this. I think a Raigo with a Nell would be nasty with a 10-cost Nell. Yeah, I think that could be crazy. If a Nell ever got a way to stack the top of its deck, right? Stack the top of the deck and then use the 10-drop a Nell, that would be sick, right? Because you could put Raigo in life or something. Yeah, I'm really excited about 12 as well. Most of my playing right now is just OP12. I am one of those people that are just playing OP12 right now. Yes, Dominic, they have confirmed, Bandai did confirm that they are going to support I think they called it at Worlds, I think they called it an Eternal format where every card, I think, maybe applying the ban list, but every card would be legal. They did confirm that they did that, and then in the video that I put out the other week, they doubled down on saying that they will support other formats. Now, I don't know in what capacity that is that they'll support it. I don't know if it'll just be like allowing it at local tournaments. I don't know if they'll hold it at side events, like at regionals or something. I don't know. But they will have different stuff. I think Blackbeard's fine now. I like watching these kinds of formats every once in a while. I don't like watching them all the time. Like expanded Pokemon, I like watching every so often. Like when Stefan Ivanov talks about it. Yeah, hopefully, Koby, the couple videos that I've made on rotation, have helped out a lot of people kind of understand about rotation. And I'll create more videos, especially as we get closer and closer about it. Like probably like February, March, I'll make more. Chat, we will get the top 4 decks after this tournament. I am going to Dallas, yeah. I'm going to Dallas. I'm playing in the Last Chance qualifier, and I'm playing Blue-Green Rosinante. I'm playing Blue-Green Rosinante to the Last Chance qualifier. And I may be, if I don't do well and I go X3 in the Last Chance qualifier and I don't make it to the main event on Saturday, I'll play in the Gundam Regional on Saturday at Dallas Card Fest. No, they probably won't add new, new versions of cards. Unless it's like maybe like a collection binder of sorts. But I would even be surprised if like in May, let's say, May of next year, after rotation happens, if they have like block 1 cards in the collection binders. It's on September 19th. The Dallas Last Chance qualifier is September 19th. Yo, what up? Definitely Red Purple Law playing Black Maria. I'm trying to think if there are other cards that they would add in that we've gotten. I do know some people that were maybe trying out playing Building Snake in Red Purple Law. So, like when Raise Max came out, Red Purple Laws were playing Gordon, the promo Gordon, and Raise Max. And I know some people were also thinking about playing Building Snake. I don't know how that testing went, because that is like 10 to 12 bricks, I think. But some people were thinking about putting in more of those 1 cost minus 3,000 power guys in the deck. Sanji Pudding is another good one, right? Yeah, we could... no, Pudding was always in the deck. Sanji and Pudding, though, is an option to play. But I don't know if Sanji Pudding... maybe Sanji Pudding would be good, right? Is it just a better Eustace Captain Kid? Maybe not, because Eustace Captain Kid is a blocker. But it's plus 1,000 power. I don't know. But I know some people were also talking about Sanji and Pudding in the deck, potentially. But I don't know. We didn't see it in that last match. Not that we saw a ton of cards, because Reiju didn't draw. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, Purple Alligator, with the Bonnie. I'm really curious on that, of like why they kept it, because it's not like what was I going to say? It's not like Bonnie loses all of their searchers, right, with rotation, because they just got the new Kid Killer searcher, right? Which effectively is like almost the same thing, because, I mean, it's not an activate main rest, but it could be really good for your leader effect, right? And like the 1-drop jewelry Bonnie costs 2 to use it on the turn that you play it. It costs 1 for any other turn after that. But yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. But yeah, we're waiting on round 3. 2 rounds have been paired. We're in round 3. Appreciate everybody hanging out. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to hit the follow button or subscribe. Gabe, Reaper, Don Dad AJ, Zaindar, Sparkers, Kloss. Thank you all so much for following over on Twitch, by the way. I appreciate it. And also Board, thank you so much for following on Twitch just now. Look, your little notification right there. I think round 3 just got paired, chat, so we should be getting a match here shortly. Yeah, but a lot of times when you're playing, Bonnie, you're using the effect immediately, right? So it's almost like a cost 2, which is the same as the Kid and Killer Searcher, right? So I think it's not totally the same, right? Because the Bonnie can search multiple times potentially, because if they don't swing at it and kill it, it stays alive, right? And you can search with it again. So it's different than the Kid Killer, but at least at the beginning of the game, they're basically the same thing. But you can play the Bonnie on going first, and then you can rest it on your 3-Dawn turn. Yeah, and Kid Killer's on play, as you're saying, Robert. They're not totally the same, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Let's see who's on stream chat. I think they just called for him to get them up at the top table. No, you want to see UP. See how it does against all these decks. These are all cards that people have signed.
Who's on there that I know?
I don't know. You might know some people.
Why am I not on there?
Because you haven't given me a card. Oh, Voodoo's right there.
Give me one of yours and I'll sign it.
Adam Cisneros is right there.
He didn't sign it.
I don't have any cards. What?
He didn't sign a Nami card?
No, his favorite character is Brooke. Red Purple Law Mirror or Sokka Mirror. I'd be interested to see Sokka this round. We haven't seen a Sokka yet.
It's crazy. They're selling them for 60 to 70 bucks.
I got it for free.
I know you did. Shut up.
Hoping to see some BY Luffy action. I think our BY Luffy over here is not on the stream table. He's not on the stream table. If that gives you any indication.
Report the stream. Report the stream.
All right, chat. Who are these mats? Is that Black? No, that's not Blackbeard. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who this is, chat. Oh, I think this is Josh Gutierrez on the right. So I think he's playing Blue Purple Luffy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's a Blue Purple Luffy mirror. What the heck? All right, I guess we're going to watch Blue Purple Luffy. What? What? The Blue Purple Luffys are undefeated, chat. Chat. In the Unbanned tournament, there are multiple Blue Purple Luffys that are undefeated through 2 rounds. Think about that. Think about that right now. We've got Great Eruption. We've got Ice Age. We've got Ennis Lobby. We got 8-Cost Gecko. We've got Moby Dick. We've got Reject. We have all these banned cards, right? We have all these banned cards and all these banned decks. But there are multiple Blue Purple Luffys that are undefeated. And I think these are the only Blue Purple Luffys in the room. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think these are the only Blue Purple Luffys in the room. And I literally think, chat, that they are just the regular deck list that people are running in OP11. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. That's crazy, chat. No, I don't think Red Purple Law can stop it. I have watched RTY. I have watched a couple Blue Purple Luffy versus Red Purple Law Japanese videos, and Blue Purple Luffy just smokes them. Blue Purple Luffy just smokes them. Because they get enough. They're playing rock, paper, scissors right now. Oh, looks like Blue Purple Luffy on the right side winning. I think there's one more round after this, potentially a 5th round. Because these aren't the only undefeateds. Where's Bello Betty? Bello Betty's a bad deck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't think Bello Betty would get smoked this event, right? Like, it would just get removed like crazy. Sakazuki would just destroy it. Red Purple Law would just bottom deck everything. You can't keep anything on board. This is Blue Purple Luffy's event. Yeah, like what? And here's the testing that I was doing. Chat, I was helping some people. Test Blue Purple Luffy into like Sakazuki or whatever, and I was playing Blue Purple Luffy. Just once you get to multiple Sanji Linlin combos, like I don't really know like what deck beats it. Like, to be honest. Like, one Sanji Linlin combo is bad, but like you get 2 and it's like, I don't know, like the Sakazuki that I was playing against could not beat it. You know? And like Red Purple Law, your bodies are just too small, right? If the Luffy can just get to the late game, Luffy wins. And so I think it's really speaking to the format right now. I need to know what they beat on the way here. Oh, I think our Blue Purple Luffy player forgot to put out life. Don't forget to put out life, chat. It's very important to play this game. And so the right side on the odd curve goes ahead, swing 6, is going to play that gear 2 to ramp. The left side just takes it. Takes that first swing, passes off the turn, building up the hand. Chat, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Why Blue Purple Luffy in the Unbanned tournament? No, he's not new. I know who this is. I know who this is on both sides. But just think, chat, in this Unbanned tournament, both of these players are undefeated right now. That means that they've beaten the Laws, they've beaten the Sakas, they've beaten the Luccis. Do you know what they played against? Not me. Oh, not you? So they didn't play against BY. Can't play me. He high-rolled my ass. So we see Bon Clay's on both sides. Bon Clay, kind of a nice card to play, right? Because at a opposing Bon Clay, you can't copy the power of a Bon Clay. I mean, you can, but it doesn't really do anything. So instead of playing something like a Zorojuro or something of the sort, hurts not seeing Godthread a little bit because you like seeing Godthread. Did he just pass the turn? He just passed the turn. I think kind of going for this like starve method in a sense. No, Sussy. If I would have played in this event, I would have brought Blue Purple Luffy. I would have brought Blue Purple Luffy because I want to see how Blue Purple Luffy does against the rest of the form, like the rest of all the crazy good decks. So swing 6. It's nervous being played on stream. I know we're not like the biggest stream ever, but we do have like almost 200 people combined on both Twitch and YouTube watching. Didn't have a 7 Dawn turn. He didn't want to swing into Bagua. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Renee and YTR or RTY. I didn't think about that. I'd be playing Nami too. No, I wouldn't be playing Nami. I want to play Nami, but I wouldn't play Nami. If I had a lot of practice, I might. But the 9-drop Linlin comes in, the first of the 9-drop Linlins. This is interesting. I can't believe both of these players are undefeated. Like, I was joking, like, what if, like, before we started the stream, what if Blue Purple Luffy won the entire event? But now it kind of feels like it's becoming real. And so ends up taking that life. Just another 9-drop Linlin, chat. It's a mirror match. It's almost the same game. So ends up using leader effect. Does find a Sanji, I think, in there, but does not really have a good Sanji target if he wants to play that. He could go ahead Sanji into a Nami, right? Get a nice Nami blocker established. That could be nice. Right? You basically could cycle the rest of this top 5. Ends up swinging 6. Yo, what up, Frankie? How are you? Chat, for anyone coming in, both of these Blue Purple Luffys are undefeated after 2 rounds in the Unbanned tournament. I think they're the only Blue Purple Luffys in the room. Ends up taking the 9. Ends up playing the Sanji. Sanji flips over the Nami. Nami being able to draw 3 and top or bottom deck 2. Could be a situation where with that Sanji that you have in hand, you put like the Linlin or an 8-drop Katakuri or something in the top of the deck, right? To be able, ends up using the Katakuri. So really curious, actually. Why not the 9 Linlin? And instead using the Katakuri. Yeah, maybe this is the sign to play Blue Purple Luffy. Did he not discard the 6-drop Sanji? Because he's like only countered 1 swing at this point, right? It's the leader swing on the last turn. Did he heal? Did he heal on the 9-mom, chat? Oh, so he can restand Linlin next turn so he can keep Linlin alive. I guess that makes sense. He can't giant and he does no leader. Oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, that's a good point, Axios. So counters out of that first swing. I feel like unless you play a Sanji here, you're losing, right? 9-drop Linlin gets that one. Like, you have to play a Sanji here, right? Like, you have to answer a Sanji with the Sanji. That makes sense, chat. If you have another Sanji play, you want to utilize the kata. Yeah, I wonder if GP... I would be curious if somebody played GP Luffy here. I don't know if we... I know we don't have a Zoro in the room. We could maybe showcase some Zoro games, potentially, if any... Because I know there's at least one person with a proxy list. Blind flips the... No, that's not... Did he bottom deck the stack? Definitely the right side has advantage right now, chat. I think definitely advantage is on the right side. Especially after that. But the Bon Clay can copy the 9,000 power, so it's actually not the worst thing to put out on the field. Right? You don't get like any extra effects or anything like that. So it looks like he's got Gavel, Katakuri. No, is he gonna put pudding on top? No, he's putting... I think he's drawing into the Nami and putting the Kata on top. No, Petster, there's no Namis and Kabajis in the field. The only person that I would expect to play Nami and Kabaji to this tournament is at a wedding right now. So draws the Nami. Yeah, the dice roll is super important in this mirror. Swing 6. Has a couple 9s, so I think you counter out of this if you can. Yeah. The Nami? So you just swing 9-9, right? Do you just go at face? Or do you maybe swing at the... Ooh, swinging the Nami. Swinging the Nami at face. Is not afraid of losing at this point. Is going to be a counter out. Sanji swing is going to take that life. Lin swing. Maybe a Gum Gum Giant right here. Gum Gum Giant would be able to get out of it. Ooh, Gear 2 and a Nami. That's not Gum Gum Giant. 8-cost Katakuri comes in, restands the Lin, passes off the turn. Yeah, I think Luffy on the right side's got this one. Oh, yeah, I am. The other Nami player is casting the event. I probably, chat, if I was going to play this, I would probably bring both Nami and Blue Purple Luffy. And if I saw no Blue Purple Luffys in the room, I would probably play Blue Purple Luffy because I'm curious on how it would do, like, in this meta. But if I saw these guys playing Blue Purple Luffy, I'd probably play Nami. Nami with Kabaji beats these decks. I think it's probably got a decent shot against Blue Purple Luffy. It's probably got a good shot against Blue Purple Luffy because they're not doing anything in the beginning of the game. But I think, like, you have to go fast because the different Sanji combos, that's a lot of swings coming in. On the right side? No, I think the right side has an advantage. Oh, yeah, on the left. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think the guy on the left is in trouble. I think he's in trouble. I was going to say, wait, your right or my right? Which is the same right currently, I think. Ends up swinging 6 with the leader first. See how much he counters out of these swings. BY Nami with Jinbei and Warlord package with Raigo. No Anels. The one Anel that I know, Hamberzy, is not here. Or the one person that I know would bring Anel. But it's very hard to get for him to get on this side of town, I think. I think he lives on the complete other side of town. Which, if you've ever lived in Las Vegas, is like a 45-minute drive during this time of day. So ends up countering in 2K on that final swing. We'll see what this is. Is this another Sanji? You have to like Sanji into Lin or something. At least play a regular Lin, right? You have to at least play a regular Lin. So it looks like it is a 9-cost Sanji into Lin. So it's still got a chance. You don't get to put anything in your opponent's life, right? But you do establish a second life. You do have the ability maybe to utilize Gear 2 or something, but there's a lot of swings that are going to be coming in. Well, I don't know, Sussy, because of ramping, right, with like Gear 2, God Thread, stuff like that. Are you actually like halfway through your deck by the time that Sanji comes down? And if you are, you probably don't really leave a ton of Dawn open for counter events. So you've taken a couple life, right? He didn't trash a card off Lin. I'll let him know. We got it, chat. I think he's pretty much like checked out. Like they were kind of talking like as the event, or like kind of talking as if like, man, what do I do here? Like, how do I get out of this? So I think it's kind of like writings on the wall at this point. So does counter out with a 2K right there. So you like a 2K actually. I think you just swing out. Yeah, you swing with all these bodies. You just swing. I wonder if you reveal anything. Like, do you just like take? Do you ever commit a ton of? Oh, so he's swinging 10 now. Yep, there's a 10 swing. You swing another 9. Yeah, it shows off. Only has like 3K in counter. Oh man. Yeah, the player. Look at all that counter in hand, chat. He was living for days. Yeah. The card pitch didn't matter, but hopefully that'll help with like future rounds. Remember that. He had counter events for days, chat. How many people are here? I think there's like 25 in total people here at the store right now. When I went out to like go look, I might take a picture. I'm going to take a picture real quick, chat. Get some clout. I would say there's about 15 to 20 people in this tournament. Somewhere about there. So we should have at least one more round. I think it depends on pair downs. So chat, we're waiting for round 4. All that counter. Yeah, he had a ton of counter there at the end on the right side. Sometimes it'd be like that, though, chat. Sometimes it'd be like that, though. Oh, they exchanging numbers? Do some testing later, chat. But chat, for anyone who does not know, we are here at our local card shop, our studio, right? We are hosting a tournament here at the card shop, hosting an unbanned tournament. Every single card in One Piece that has ever been put on the ban list is unbanned. And we just saw in round 3 a blue-purple Luffy mirror match, which means that they were 2-0 heading into this round. Now only one of them is 3-0. The other one is 2-1. But blue-purple Luffy, one of the undefeated decks heading into this 4th round. I think Kuma's a fine card for Nami. I think it's a fine card. You don't get the burn effect, so it's like, it's a little weird, but I think if you're looking for an Odin replacement, I think that the 6-drop Linlin is probably a pretty good option. The 7-drop Linlin's a pretty good option. You could consider the Kuma, right, for some healing and maybe be able to use like leader effect, stuff like that. But every yellow deck should be running 4 Kuma? Blinks, you keep talking like that, I'm going to time you out again. I'm going to piss you off again. Finding it harder and harder this meta, hopefully ban. Oh, they'll do something. I'll time you out again. Watch me.
I was like, I had to say something. You got Venom Bolt?
A little bit. I got a little bit of bulk.
Let me go through it. Should be everything in this box.
Yeah. But there is going to be a ban list, at least in the East, and the thought is that the West will soon adopt it. That's an assumption that the West will adopt it, but that is what has happened in the past. And my assumption, which is my guess, is that the ban list that is being announced in a couple weeks in Japan will be enacted. This is my guess again. Will be enacted for the West at the start of the OP12 format. I think that Odin's just really good in that deck. Odin, like, blue, yellow Nami is the best card to play Odin. Besides, like, maybe like a Whitebeard thing. Blinks is playing black, yellow Luffy. What card do I think will get limited or banned to herd blue, purple? I think 9-drop Linlin has a pretty good shot to being banned. It is only played, really, in blue, purple Luffy. So you're only really hitting that deck. The other Big Mom Pirate type decks in purple, yellow Pudding and purple Katakuri, they don't play 9-cost Linlin, right? They don't play it. There's just other cards that are good for the respected decks. 9-drop Linlin really doesn't do too much for you. You heard like OPO5 purple Luffy a little bit, but I don't think it's needed in the deck. I just think it's like, it's just such a good card, like that you can play it. I think it can survive with other cards. So I think that has a chance to get banned. I do think that there's a genuine chance that they're just going to straight up ban the leader, blue purple Luffy. I mean, the leader effect is just so good. It is so good, chat. Being able to draw 2 cards and manipulate your top 5 or bottom 5, really, you could bottom deck it, is the leader effect is just really good. It's not really impactful until the later stages of the game, but once they get to that later stages of the game, like the leader effect is the reason that like the 9-cost Sanji is so good, right? It's the same concept as Marco. If you've played red, blue Marco, to where like Sanji is really only good in like those decks because you manipulate what's at the top of your deck, which enables you to play like these broken cards. So I think either of those have a chance to be banned. I think it's going to be a one or the other. I don't think they'll both be banned. I think it's either one or the other, and I think Hody Jones catches a stray. I think Hody Jones catches a stray. I truly believe it. I don't think I could be convinced out of it. I don't think 8-cost Katakuri will get hit because I think like Lin is not really played in the other Big Mom Pirates decks, but 8-cost Katakuri is. So I don't think they would ban that. They're adding fuel to blue or purple yellow pudding's gas tank. But they don't need to play 9-mom, right? Like they're either playing the 7-drop Lin, which is a guarantee burn/heal, which you're okay with either or you're playing the 10-drop, which is both a burn/heal. And you don't have like a Gum Gum Giant event. You don't really have like a great, like, there is like one cost event that you can play, but I think you just play the 10-drop Lin 9 times out of 10. Yo, what up, Etchy bot? Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It's a Saturday night. I think Off-White should get banned. Broken event. You know what? You're right. Actually, yeah, Off-White. I've played that in Green Blue Rosinante, actually. Fun fact, chat. Oh, no. Blue Purple Luffy is still very, very good. Blue Purple Luffy is still very, very good in OP12. It is still very, very good. It might not be winning a lot, but if you watch a Kai's meta video, which I highly encourage, chat, because it's really, really good. It's really informative. He's in Japan. He's played the format. Blue Purple Luffy is still an incredible deck in 12. Oh, like you want to take these? Sure. Yeah. It's all bulk. Yeah, it's all bulk.
Tony gave me his beta stuff, and I didn't know that they were beta.
Yeah.
Like 35, and I was like, what the fuck? He's like, that's beta.
The beta cards are expensive, but those are all like starter deck or regulars, because I keep my betas.
No, he just told me, I was like, well, I mean, like, if they're not gonna go down on prices.
Yeah, not really. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Bandai makes interesting decisions, which is why I think Hody Jones gets banned. Wait, you play Off-White and Green Purple Luffy? That's crazy. No, Scott, I genuinely think it will. Mustafa, what's good? Kim? Oh, Lim. Lim is definitely like a rogue deck. It's one of the more viable rogue decks, I think, because you can play 6-cost bodies. But I think it's in a tough spot. I think I don't know if it'll ever get to the point of where it was when like Fletch won the regional with Lim, and like Lim had that surge at the beginning of 10. Right, and it's just kind of like declined since. I don't think it'll ever get back to that top point, at least not until like more Odyssey stuff is printed. But It's a decent, it's a good rogue deck. Hody's taking a 12 gauge to the knees. Yeah, I mean, I just think that Hody's like run its time, and I think it's very similar to their reasoning of why they banned Rygo, where it's just like being abused in the cost effect that is put on the card is not as influential as they wanted it to be when they designed the card. Oh, green purple Dofi, you got it. I read green purple Luffy for some reason, but you definitely said green purple Dofi. Oh yeah, you definitely play off white and green purple Dofi. That's such a sick card. Yeah, marry me. I mean, we have a VOD from the what tournament was it? What tournament was it? Was it the Grand Asia Open? There's a tournament where we had in OP10 where it was Lim versus Blackbeard, and it was an incredibly close game. There is a Rob Lucci player here, Aleka. There is. I don't know how he's doing, but he is in here. He's playing Great Eruption, Ice Age, and Ennis Lobby, and Gecko. I'm pretty sure. I think Lim with the new Mihawk could be interesting, right? It's not really like searchable, but you play that and you restand for Dawn, and you're able to use leader effect. I don't know if it kills every green deck, but I think it definitely hurts every green deck. I just think with Dead Man's Game, Bandai is in kind of a position to where they're like, okay, we're ready to let go of Hody Jones because you have Dead Man's Game. Even though they're very different, right? Like, it's not an 8,000 power swing, right? It's not that body on the field. But Dead Man's Game does what a lot of people who play Hody Jones try to do, and it's just like rest Dawn or blockers. Yeah, Mihawk wouldn't block on the turn. And you can't restand it from the one-drop Limb because it's not an Odyssey card. Now, then again, chat, with like Hody Jones being banned and all that stuff, or 9 cost Lin or whatever, that's all theory by me. I have like literally no testing. The only testing that I've done is like no Gum Gum Giant, but I don't know if Gum Gum Giant would be banned. Slash Lim would be interesting. I think it'd be bad, probably, right? Mustafa? I think it would be bad just simply because, like, everything comes in rested, and none of those things restand, and you can't cheat any of those bodies out and use your leader effect to ramp. I think the reason that, like, Lim was so good, like, in the beginning of OP10 is because it ramped off leader effect, and it played a ton of bodies on the field, like a ton of poke damage. And so, like, if you take that out, though, I don't know if I see it. Okay, chat. Oh, Rico is here. It is a mystery deck versus blue-purple Luffy on the right side. Hody Ban would kill Green Uta. What? I don't think it would kill Green Uta. Green Uta can still do things. Noro Beam. I do think, like, Green Uta would maybe hurt, but I don't think you have to play. I don't think you have to play. All right, chat. Ooh, Black Yellow Luffy. All right, chat. So we're going to see if the 6,000 power leader can battle against the 9,000 power leader in Black Yellow Luffy. This is going to be cool. Oh, Chad, this could have Rygo in it. Rygo could be really good. Some Black Hill Luffy, Chad. Who's asking this? So we had 2 Black Hill Luffys in the room, at least. This is the finals, by the way, chat. So this is for all the marbles. We'll see if Blue Purple Luffy, chat, can win the Unbanned tournament. Plays me with his green Zoro. Oh. He's been here. He's been bugging me all day. He's been bugging me all stream trying to get his clout. Oh, yeah, he could also play Reject. Oh, Chad, there's a lot of things that are really cool. Welcome back, Gecko Moria. Is this the first? This is the first Gecko Moria game that we've watched. Oh, they're doing rock, paper, scissors. Haven't heard of him in years. What up, Dorcas? How are you, friend? Yeah, this is going to be full on. Yo! Eric, thanks for following. No, he's got to earn his clout. I ain't giving stuff for free. I gave him some Gundam bulk for free. That's all he gets. Yeah, it's at the top table. It's in the finals. Nobody played Bello Betty with Reject. Reject is crazy in Bello Betty. What? So Luffy on the 3-Dawn turn is going to take it. I don't know if Josh, this blue-purple Luffy, has practiced the matchup at all of BY Luffy. Do you still, like, starve? Or, like, force them to take their own life? And you just, like, ramp? Starts out swinging 5 at lead, chat. Plays that 5-drop Luffy. Could use the Luffy effect. Opts to use the Luffy effect to draw a card, be an 8,000 power body. But if there's a God Thread on this turn, is going to be able to remove this off the field. I think God Thread would be really good right now for the blue-purple Luffy. Would be a double ramp with the Zoro Juro. And so it is going to start off with that Zoro Juro swing. God Thread does come down, take out that Luffy, and passes off the turn. Still no swings. I think Gundam's a really fun game. I don't know if I would ever make it my main game, but it's a really good, like, second game, I think. He needs to throw the game so he can send the footage to Bandai. That's a statement. You probably starve and rush to 10 Dawn. You definitely, like, ramp, right? Like crazy. Did he not ramp from God Thread? No, he has 8 now. Yeah, he did. Oh, he's got pudding in hand? Chat, nobody say he's got pudding. Let's see, he's got 8 cards in hand on the right side. What are they doing right now? What's happening at the stream table? Not sure what's happening right now, chat. But don't worry. This is interesting. So your game plan needs to be get to 10, right, which is going to happen next turn because you're at 8. Oh my gosh, it's just swinging in. Swinging at lead. Thunder Bagua is trying to get him down to 1 life at this point and is going to pass the turn. Leader effect going off. BY could be running Zeus. He could be running Zeus. That's a good card. Is going to find a Sanji off of that. What's the rest of this top 5? Looks like a Bon Clay on the draw. And I think a 9-cost Lin Lin. Ends up swinging. No, does not swing 6, actually. Just goes ahead, plays Sanji. Lin Lin. Doesn't put anything in life, but does gain a life and get 2 9,000 power bodies on the field. And the Zoro Juro is going to go ahead and ramp. No, that should be inactive. Yeah. The Zoro Juro is super interesting, chat, because, especially with a 9-drop Lin Lin, this enables him to use 9-drop Linlin and Gum Gum Giant on the same turn, right? Offensively and then defensively, and still have leader effect. So actually, swinging at life and not the Zorojuro, I think was a misplay. I think you needed to get rid of the Zorojuro on that turn, so then this doesn't happen. So swings 8,000 power at lead. A gear 2 gets him to 9. 5 cost Sabo coming in. Just drawing 2, trashing 2. Still at 3 life. This might be trouble for the Black Hill Luffy. Yeah, this might be chalked. Another Sanji coming in. Not great Sanji targets, right? Not great Sanji targets. Is going to go ahead, draw the Franosuke, I think, for turn. Might not be thinking about playing the Sanji. Oh, is going to play the Sanji. And is going to play Bon Clay. It is going to be able to copy that Sabo to be able to swing, especially if the Luffy does not gain power. Yeah, the swing was almost muscle memory. So now the one for another Three Brothers Bond. We see a Gecko going to the bottom of the deck. Might just go ahead and play this 5-drop Luffy. But do you lose if you play the 5-drop Luffy and use the Luffy effect? No, he trashed 2. He trashed the Kuzan and the Luffy. Or wait, trash what card? Looks like swinging 9 now. So now another leader effect. Another Sanji. But you don't want Sanji anymore at this point, right? I mean, you could play over the Zorojuro. Gravity Blade, both targets. This game is not even close, chat. This game is not even close. Oh, but the Bon Clay now can't swing. So if he was going to swing, he should have swung the Bon Clay first. That's a little bit of a misplay. But swing 6. Has 2 9,000 power swings. Holy moly. Pitches a 2K off this to get out of that swing. Is going to swing another 6 from the Zorojuro. Yeah, leaving 1 down up, like, I don't think you're worried about dying. This is criminal, chat. Oh my gosh. Sanji swinging. Takes that life. Linlin swinging. He's got to get out of this. 2 2Ks and a 1K. Or wait, he needs a 1K, right? 2 2Ks? Wait, he needs a 1K. Oh, I think he's saying 9. Yeah, he's thinking about what other... Yeah, he pitches the Sabo there. Yeah, I don't think he can get out of the swing. 10,000 power? He can't get out of the swing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't. Blue Purple Luffy just wins. Blue Purple Luffy just wins. Blue Purple Luffy just wins this tournament, chat. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think they're playing a game 2. Are they playing a game 2? That was insane. That was not even close. Holy moly. Ban UP now. That was insane. Unbanned Gecko. You know what? Unbanned Gecko. Let Black Yellow Luffy run. That game was quick. That game was quick. Purple Alligator. Holy smokes, chat. BP might be a little too insane. I will, chat, for the winner for this Blue Purple Luffy, I will get his matchups. I will get his matchups. Yeah, unban Gecko. I'm not afraid of Gecko. I'm not afraid of that guy. Yo, what up, Dom? That was crazy, chat. That was nuts. Now you know how strong Blue Purple Luffy is. Now you know. Now you know, chat. That was crazy. That was crazy. All right, chat. That was the finals. That was the tournament. Blue Purple Luffy ends up winning. I will be posting in our Discord the top 4 deck lists. Good job, Josh. That was disgusting. That was so gross. I will be getting the top 4 deck lists, and I will be posting them in our Discord server. If you want to join our Discord server and see these lists, because I know we'll have BY Luffy, I know we'll have the Blue Purple Luffy, and I don't know what the other 2 decks are. Maybe like Red Purple Law, potentially. I will post them in the Discord. So if you're on Twitch, you can do !Discord. And if you are on YouTube, you can go to the description. I've got a link to the Discord server there for you to join. Chat, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all joining for this tournament. This was fun. This was cool. I enjoyed this. It was good to... Yeah, that was the whole tournament. We had about like 17 people, I think, and the pair down lost. So there was only 4 rounds today. That was a fun tournament. It was cool to revisit Red Purple Law. I'm curious if there was any Sakazukis, like what the highest placing Sakazuki was, because we didn't see a Sakazuki today. But yeah, chat, have a great rest of the night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys later. I'm going to be working on a YouTube video coming out early next week. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I got. See you later.